Let me show you what a beautifully finished skirt looks like inside and out. If you love a clean and beautiful finished outfit, then you're going to love the skirt. This is how the finished skirt looks on me. If this looks like something you are interested in learning, then let's get started. So basically all you need for this tutorial is just your fabric, your zipper and your lining, and that is it. Now I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two. Now the length I'll be working with is 18 inches. So I'm going to be minusing 2 inches for my waistband. So now I'm going to be placing my tape on my nose too. Then I'll go ahead to take the length I am working with for the skirts. Now I'll be working with 18 inches. Yours could be longer. Now I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches for folding allowance, like what we're going to be using to tuck it in. So I'll be marking extra 2 inches. So in total, I am using 20 inches. Now, after extending the line, the next thing we want to do is we'll go ahead to still place our tape on that -2 to take our hip line. Your hip line could be 8 or 9. I would be working with 9 inches. Now, I'll go ahead to mark that 9 inches and extend the lines out. Please remember to watch the video to the end, subscribe to this channel, comment, like, and also share. Now, after marking the hip and the waistline, I'll divide my waist measurements by 4. I'm going to be adding that to the skirt. So I'm going to be adding extra 1 inch for that, which I am marking. The next thing I'm going to be adding is extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. Now, your sewing allowance could be 1 inch, 2 inches. I am working with 1 inch. Now, I'll come to the hip line. I'll divide my hip measurements, mark 1 inch for sewing allowance. Now, when it comes to the skirt length, all the measurements you have here, you can decide to mark it there, or you go ahead to minus 1 inch or 1.5 inches from all the measurements you have on your hip line. So for me, I'm going to be minusing 1 inch, which means I'm going to be using my hip measurement divided by 4 on the skirt length, because I don't want it to be too tight. If you want it to be very tight, you can go ahead to minus 1.5 from everything, including the sewing allowance. Do you get? So I'll go ahead to mark it. Whatever I mark there, I'll extend it downward, and then I'll go ahead to connect the lines together. Now, if you don't want the hip line to be very sharp, just go up by ½ inch, go down by ½ inch, then go ahead to connect your curves. And if there is need for you to blend anything out, please kindly go ahead and blend it out. Now, the next thing we'll do, we'll start cutting it out from that allowance. Now, I'm going to cut it from this side. This is what I want to do. Now, I'll go ahead to fold it from that skirt length. You can fold it from the up or below. Now, I'll fold it inward this way before I'll cut it out. Now, I'm going to explain why. Now, after cutting it out, this is what you are going to get. Now, when you open it up, you notice that that allowance side is a little bit curvy, right? Now, this is because when you finish sewing it with the lining and everything, when you fold it in, that part is not going to be short, okay? This part is not going to be short. It will still remain intact. Reason why we cut it that way. Now we'll go ahead to cut the back using the front. So when it comes to the back part, you're going to be leaving like extra 2 inches or 2.5 inches allowance here, right? Now the next thing we want to do is to extend the lines out using the front as a guideline. Just extend it out this way. Now when it comes to that hip part, now remember the hip is not flat, right? So this is like where our zip allowance and everything is going to be, right? Now the first thing I want to do is to mark like 0.5 or ½ inch. Now this is to give space for your butt, like for your bum to relax very well. Now you're going to connect it to the waistline to that point. Now you're going to come down with like 3 inches, then mark straight, following the front as guideline, then create this curve. If you know you don't want to go through this stress, you can ignore it. Now from that new line, then you go ahead to start marking your zip allowance. Your zip allowance could be 1 inch, your zip allowance could be 1.5, your zip allowance could be 0.75. The zip allowance I am working with is 0.75. Now you're going to mark your zip allowance straight, then go ahead to cut it out. So if you're new to this channel, you're always welcome. This is to let you know that here on this channel we share sewing tutorials using freehand and pattern method. Now the next thing I want to do is to go ahead to mark my darts. Now the dart I'm marking is using my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Now which is 4. I mark it and then I'll go ahead to notch it. Now I'll be coming down here by ½ an inch to reduce the excess that we're going to be having on the front part, to reduce excess gaping. Basically this is it. I'll go ahead to cut out the lining for both the front and the back. This lining is folded into 2. Now this is a trick on how I go about the cutting of this lining, right? Now there's no need for you to start cutting everything completely, like that's going to be like a waste of lining. So what you want to do is, remember this was our actual length, right? Reason why I notched it, remember we folded it like this while we were cutting it, okay? So go ahead to fold it like so when you're also cutting the lining, making sure you have like it is overlapping with like ½ an inch, also ½ an inch. If you notice, see where the lining is. So when I folded it, you see I have like ½ an inch. This is what I'm going to be using to join it. I hope that is clear. Like I am not placing it equal, like I am not placing it equal like this. I am allowing the excess from the main material to overlap the lining, with like half an inch. You see, it's basically what it means is that after we go ahead to cut it out, when you join it, it's very easy for you to just overlap it. You don't need to start trimming out anything, okay? So I'll just go ahead to cut it out this way. Now, if there's anything you do not understand, please kindly go back and watch it again. Now, after cutting it, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to also cut out the same lining, the same method for that of the back, which I already did. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is to take it to the sewing machine and sew in the dart for both the fabric and the lining separately. Now, I'm done with sewing in the dart. Now, this is it for the fabric, and also this is it for the lining separately. Now I'll go ahead to shape it using the allowance I added 1 inch, or you can go ahead to measure the dress normally the way we measure to get your actual measurement, but I'm just going to use 1 inch to shape it for both the main fabric and also for the lining. And this is it after I was done shaping it with 1 inch. Now I'm notching this end so that it's going to relax very well when we fold it in. Now remember that whatever I'm doing for the main fabric is almost the same thing I am doing for the lining. Now the next thing we're supposed to do is to add in the zip, but before we add in the zip, we're going to be cutting out the waistband for the skirt. Now fold the skirt into two and also fold the material you're going to use to cut out the band into two. Now make sure that the band and the skirt, the center are aligned just where I am showing you right now. Then go ahead to relax the skirt. Then go ahead to trace out the curve this way. Now remember when we were drafting the skirt, when we were cutting it, we minus 2 inches for the band, right? Now that is what you're going to be marking here, but you're going to be adding extra ½ inch for joining it to the main fabric. Now I am marking 2.5 following that curve. Now this band that we just finished cutting out, I'm going to be cutting two of it. One is going to be for the main skirt, the other one is going to be for the lining. So if you want a waistband that is going to relax without gaping, this is the method you should go for, trust me. Now when you bring the band and place it to the skirt, you see how well it is relaxed and how it is matching. The same thing is going to go for the lining. So I'm going to join one to the skirt, I'll join one to the lining. So moving forward, I've gone ahead to stitch the band to the main skirt. I also did the same thing for the lining. Now here I'm trying to explain something. If you don't want to have like a one full band, you can cut out separate band for the back side, for the front, and for the other side. You get, so that the band is also going to be having allowance like the main skirt. That's what I'm trying to explain. You can cut out the band like that separately each side. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to be doing is to add the zip. So you're going to measure to where you want your zip to start from. Then from there, you're going to sew downward this way with 0.5 or 1 inch. Then after sewing it, go ahead to fix in the zip. Now I'm also going to be measuring that of the lining as well, where I want the zip to start from. Then I'm going to sew downward this way. So basically this is it after I was done adding the zip. This is what the inside looks like. I also did the same thing to the lining. Now when on the sketch, you're going to be noticing like excess on the zip side. It's okay. That is where the butt is going to relax. Now this is the lining. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is to open up the zip just like I am showing you, right? Now when you open it up, you're going to be bringing the lining. This is the right side of the lining. Now this is the right side of the skirt. Right side facing right side. You're going to put the skirt inside like so. Remember, this is the right side, this is the right side. Okay, so both of them are going to be facing each other. Okay, so it's very simple. Just go ahead to put it inside, place it, arrange it very well. Now we're going to be starting the sewing. We're going to be sewing the upper part first, right? Now this is how the zip is, right? Now you're going to be opening the zip to face you like so, to relax like this. Then you're going to bring the lining and place it over the zip just the way you're seeing in this video. Now the next thing you're going to do is to go ahead to stitch it. Now you need to pin it so that your work is going to be clean, right? Then go ahead to sew it from here, sew it downward to the part where the stitch stopped for the lining, right? Now keep sewing it. This is where the zip is and this is where the lining stops. You're going to be stopping there. Now after sewing that part, you're now going to stitch the waistband round till you get to this other point. Now when you get to this other point, you're also going to be repeating the same thing. You go ahead to sew it down this way. So this is what it looks like after I was done sewing this part. I added hemming gum at the waistline so when I iron it is going to relax well. Now when you sew yours, you're going to be noticing the zip part squeezed. It's okay. When you turn it, it is going to relax. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is to fix this part. So now we're going to turn it to the right side. Just watch what I am doing, right? So just turn it to the right side and this is what you should get. You see how well relaxed and how clean and beautiful it is. Go ahead to zip it out. I'll turn it to the wrong side for you to see. Now you see how well the zip is sewn, clean finishing, right? Now in the next clip, I'll take my time to explain to you how you're going to finish the lower part so that even when you need to do adjustments, you can still be able to do adjustments in and out. So now this is how you pin it. Now this is the wrong side and this is the wrong side. This is the right side and this is the right side. Okay, you pick the lining, you pick this, Now this, you're going to turn it like right side is supposed to face each other. You pick the lining like this. You see it? You pick it and then you turn it like so. Then you pick the fabric and you also turn it like so. You see it? Then you place it together, right side facing each other. So now this is the right side, this is the right side. And then you pin it. You pin it at the center. While you're pinning it, it's going to look as if it is squeezing. Don't worry. So pin it at the center. After pinning it, then you continue sewing it. You see it, you'll be dragging it out like so, like this. Once you pin it, and you keep sewing it, it keeps balancing. You keep dragging it, you keep sewing. You're going to sew it around. Okay, so when you're done weaving and sewing it, I decided to weave it around. This is what it looks like. You see how everything is looking rough. Not to worry. So you bring it out like this. Okay, so when you arrange it like this, there should be a demarcation between the lining and the skirts. Do you get? It should look like this. To turn it to the right side, you're going to be using one side of the lining. One side of the lining, we're just going to open one side of the lining. We're going to use that part to turn it to the right side. So we're going to use this side of the lining and bring everything out. So everything is looking okay. So I'm going to iron it. So if there is adjustments, simple, just use one side of the lining and then open it, bring it out like so, bring it out again like so. You go ahead to adjust it the way you want. Like I said, this waistband is one full band, you understand? So there are other bands you can do that. The band too is going to be having the same allowance as the hip, so that even if the waist is big or is short, you can also still shape the waist. Do you get? And if you're done with the adjustments, you go ahead to turn it back to the right side. Okay, so here now you can use your hand needle to close it up or just take it to your sewing machine and just top stitch it very closely at this end. And basically this is what it looks like after I was done finishing it and giving it a very good press. And how well the waistband is relaxed and fit is what I like about this tutorial. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial.